this stream even working? Oh, okay. Hello, Chris. Okay, perfect. It's working. Okay. I'm just gonna, like, I can't speak. I thought it wasn't working at first. It was like being weird, I don't know. Howdy, y'all. Milo is out of commission. Sorry. It's a little messed up. Howdy. Yes, this is Mercy. I'm like terrified to comb her hair because it's like it does need to be fixed, but it's actually sprayed in place. Here it's fine. Here it's not. Probably fix that part as well. Ooh, it doesn't want to go that way. Never mind. Okay, see you, Chris. Felt the Goretober thing. I barely even started, bro. No, I do. Okay. How do I put this? I do brush it. It's not like I've never brushed it. I have brushed it. I don't want to brush the curls out. Well, I don't know what kind of brushes you guys are using, but her hair used to be curlier, so. It's sprayed in place. It doesn't get messed up unless she gets tossed around a lot. My phone doesn't want to work with me. Here, just stay like that. There we go. Ew. Anyways. I don't trust myself to do that. You'll have to give me a second. I'm trying to get my phone to not glitch because I'm trying to do something here. Don't worry. Okay, let's put it like this. I'll fix it soon. Don't worry about it. I just haven't gotten to it recently. I promise it looks way better than this usually. But the last time I fixed her hair, it was like 2-3 years ago. Which is why it looks a little wonky. I actually finally finished that drawing. I'm just kind of like letting it marinate so I can add some finishing touches here, like fix some little details, and then I'll drop it. Shut up. I like her hair and her face. It's cute! Alright, my phone just doesn't want to cooperate with me. Well, I got reset, and then I just forgot about her. I didn't forget about her, she's kind of sitting in the corner, I just never use her. Yeah, that's why I styled her hair like that. Just, yeah, it makes sense considering her shyness. That's exactly why I styled her hair like that. I wanted to look like she's hiding behind her hair. Come on. I just... Ooh. Yeah. See, from the back, it's not that bad. It's just the top got a little ruffled. Ooh! Ah! That was my arm. I leaned forward and my whole arm cracked. What were you talking about exactly? If you can say. There's a huge mess on my floor, and I need to vacuum. There's a mess on my floor. Just gonna have some of this in my bed. Call it a day. They laugh at me because I'm emo. Sorry, I have double vomit in here. Oh, I also have blood. Where did that come from? Ooh. It's kind of sour. Kind of scared. Guess Cal just sent me something. I quiver in fear every time I see Cal has sent me a message. Let's see. Cal, the worst part is... Yeah. That would happen. Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown. Vanessa. I'm Vanessa. I don't know what to talk about all of a sudden. Somebody say something interesting. One of my cats ate some of my doll's hair yesterday. Like, munched it, or like straight up just kind of like forbidden spaghetti. Just. Maribel has. She's been in like a video or two. I need to use her more, but she has made appearances. Forbidden spaghetti? Why did that bother you so much? I need to know, like, was it just a little nibble, or did the cat actually just, nom nom, and now there's a bald spot? And it probably came back up, but that's the key. Ah, rip. Delish. Guys, if we're gonna talk about forbidden food, can we come back to the conversation? I'm gonna remind y'all that I used to eat soap for attention. Because it would freak people out. I would literally just take soap and just nom. Not bar soap. Like, squirty hand soap. I would eat the foam. Good thing it was, like, organic, all natural or whatever. Yeah, so... You once ate a crusty mechanical pencil eraser? I'm gonna assume you meant pencil. Okay, you know that Barbie dog from, like, the 2000s? Tanner, the one that you could feed and then would poop, like, I don't know if you guys know that one. But I got that thing when I was, like, 4, and I ate, like, one of the poops, and I thought I was going to die. Sammy left the community years ago, bro. I used to eat Play-Doh all the time when I was a kid. I don't exactly know what made me stop. I just stopped one day. Like, it wasn't delish anymore. Okay, guys, so... Here's a funny story. Warning, I have to bring up vomit here. But... So... When I was a child, I used to, eat my snot, which I think every little kid did. Like, I was, okay, I'm talking, like, I was, like, a toddler. Like, 5, 6. I wasn't in grade school yet, let's put it like that, okay? It was not like I was too old to do that. I definitely knew kids that would eat their boogies up until middle school, alright? So, I was doing better than most. Anyways. Sorry, Izzy. But I'm gonna continue talking. Anyways. So, just keep that in mind. And my parents told me to stop. I didn't. They never told me why either. They were just like, just stop doing that. And I was like, you're not going to give me a reason, so I'm just going to keep doing it. So, one day, we were traveling, and I don't exactly remember what I had eaten for breakfast, because, okay, here's the thing. We were driving from Maine to California, and we stopped in a couple hotels. And I hated the hotel breakfasts. And I don't remember if I managed to eat anything that morning or what. I probably, well, based on the story, I definitely did. I definitely did eat something. But I did not remember what I ate. I would get very little sleep on these trips, like 3 hours a night, which is not good for a 6-year-old. But, I, like, fully woke up and I was, like, back in consciousness by the time we were in the car. And it was me, my mom, my dad. My dad was driving, and me and my mom were in the back seat, and my dad was in the front, obviously, because he was driving, and he was next to my grandfather. We picked him up from Denver because he lived in Denver at the time. So my mom's dad. And we're driving, and I have this, like, sensation that I'm going to burp. So I drink a little bit of water, and the sensation goes away. But then I get it, it comes back. It's like, I'm like nauseated, and it's like sitting in the back of my throat. And this was really weird because usually, like, when you're about to barf, you like gag. There was no gagging. I just felt nauseous, and I just knew there was something in my throat waiting to escape. And I wanted to burp, but I was like, I know if I burp, I'm going to barf. But I was also afraid of opening my mouth at all, so it was like, I have no choice. So I opened my mouth and I projectile vomited white stuff all over myself, and I don't know what it was. It kind of looked like bad oatmeal. I don't remember what I ate, but my dad and my grandfather whipped their heads around so fast. And they were like, what happened back there? And my mom just sighed and went, she puked. And then I almost puked again from the smell, and somehow I convinced myself it was because of eating snot, so I just never did it again. And that is my emetophobic origin story. Okay, I lied. It wasn't my origin story, but it definitely set me up for catastrophe. And now I'm 18! This happened 12 years ago! I can flex that I've never eaten a booger since! Do you guys want to hear another story? It doesn't have to do with puke, at least not that much. There's a small mention of puke, but it's not the main part of the story. Okay, if you're emetophobic, then why do you make so many videos of adults puking? Okay, emetophobic, I'm not that emetophobic. I'm afraid of real puke. Fake puke doesn't bother me. Real puke does. And for some reason, human puke bothers me the most. Like, if I see, like, a dog throwing up, I mean, it's gross, but it won't, like, install anxiety in me. Right? But if a person, like another person, is nauseous next to me, even just nauseous, or is throwing up, it makes me panic. Like, genuinely. I don't know why. So, there's your answer. Fake puke doesn't bother me, animal puke doesn't bother me, but when a person is puking, or even nauseous, I get scared. Like, genuinely scared. Like, I start pacing, I start hyperventilating, I start crying, it's really bad! I'm also germaphobic, so if a person does so much as sneeze next to me, I have to inhale as much vitamin C as I possibly can, because I'm just that terrified of catching a cold, even. I'm also scared of being nauseous, which is terrible, because I have digestion issues, so I'm nauseous pretty often. Okay, let me tell. Now that I've answered that question, let me tell the next story. I had COVID. Yes, germaphobic girlies unite! I had COVID, okay? I had COVID earlier this year in January. I got so far through the pandemic without catching it, and then I caught it. And I really convinced myself it's not that disgusting, don't worry. It's a little bit disgusting, but the one I told you before is grosser. So, I caught COVID. And I convinced myself it was a cold, because it wasn't that bad. Like, people were complaining, oh, COVID, dying, but I didn't feel like I was dying. So my dad caught it first. It was like the first week of January. He caught it first. He caught it on Friday, but he didn't tell us. Then he started getting sicker on Saturday. And the thing is, my dad likes to, like, when he gets sick, he gets all cuddly. But while he gets all cuddly, he doesn't tell us he's sick. He likes to hide it. So on Saturday, I noticed that he's wearing a jacket. He's like, well, I'm just cold. But he doesn't get cold. So I'm like, oh, he's sick. Sunday, he's sick. And on Sunday, my nose is a little itchy because he decided to come and poke around in my room. And I'm like, great. My mom's like, it's just the anxiety. It's just your germaphobia. You're fine. Don't worry. It's not contagious. So I'm like, okay, great. But on Sunday, like, not only does my nose get worse and my throat start to hurt, I start coughing. And then on Monday, I wake up and I don't feel good. Like, I don't feel terrible, but I'm kind of losing my sense of taste. And I just kind of assume it's because I'm congested because I can feel, like, a pain, like, I have a sinus headache, there we go, and I know that I'm congested, like, it feels like congestion, so, so that's Monday, right, and then we all go to bed on Monday, and, it's like 2 a.m. when I go to bed. Listen, I have a really bad sleep schedule, and it takes me a long time to fall asleep. So 3 a.m. rolls around. I'm not too worried. I'm still just like, I'm like editing, so I'm not worried. 4 a.m. rolls around. I'm like, okay, I should be falling asleep soon. I'm really tired. But then 5 a.m. rolls around. I'm still not asleep, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? And 6 a.m. rolls around, and I start to panic. 7 a.m. rolls around, and I finally knock out. And then I wake up at some point, and the house is empty, so I assume... I assume that, it's like noon or something. My parents aren't, like, rowdy in the early morning hours. Then I turn on my iPad, and the time is 7:58. And I can't get back to sleep. I just kind of sit there in shock, and I'm like, what? So then I leave, and I go and I take my temperature and my oxygen and whatnot. My mom wakes up immediately because she's sleeping in the other room on the couch. And she looks at me. She's like, oh, you're awake? I kind of expected to get yelled at because sometimes when I wake up too early, it's just like, it's because of that iPad. It's because of that phone. It's parents. So I'm like, yeah, I can't sleep. And I'm trying to whisper and be quiet because my dad's still asleep, but my mom's still being loud. And I'm like, shh, you're gonna wake him up. And she's like, so, I don't care. This is his fault. He made us all sick. I think I forgot to mention that he also got my mom sick. At this point, Monday, she was also sick, so... Yeah, my temperature is 101.5. Or something like that. Okay, it was high. Alright? And I feel stupid because at this point I hadn't been sick since 2017. So I'm feeling dumb because, I should have known. Like, when your back is freezing even though you're bundled in blankets? Yeah, fever. And that's what it was like all night. That's why I couldn't sleep. I also had really bad postnasal drip. Tried to go back to sleep. Just kind of like, hung between that what's it called? That half asleep state where you're like asleep and like unconscious but you're not resting. Yeah. I eventually crawl out of bed at like noon and my stomach hurts really bad. So I get some food. I can barely speak, by the way. My throat's killing me. I can barely taste. I don't know how I went over 4 years without getting sick, but, you know, well, sick with a virus, at least. Something, like, you know, germ sick. I got sick in 2021, but that was because of my digestion. I was sick for 6 months. That was bad. Anyways. Back to the point. I get something to eat, and because my stomach hurts, so I'm like, I should just get some food. Spoiler alert, that was a bad idea. Because I threw up an hour later. It was bad. I was watching Black Butler, and I was like, I started dry heaving. I was like, oh, it's probably just the nausea. And then I tasted something, and I was like, oh, man. But I was too scared to go to the bathroom for some reason. I didn't want to get questions or looks. So I took the paper cup in my room, and I just went at it. And then my dad eventually comes in. He's like, are you good? Stop it. I like Black Butler. And... And he's like, are you good? I was like, no. He's like, oh, go to the bathroom. And, like, my mom eventually finds me after I'm done barfing. And she's like, you know, the only reason it took your dad so long to find you is because he was convinced that you were sneezing. But she was, like, glued to the couch, like, go get the kid. The kid's puking. I can hear her puking. It's like, oh, no, she's just sneezing. How does you sound like sneezing? How does it sound? Yeah, so I was pretty mad for the rest of the day. And, like, I had, like, this raging headache because I did not sleep. And I just puked. And my stomach's upset. Listen. Both my parents, like, knocked out. Like, they started napping. I was so mad at both of them. I was mad at my dad for getting us sick. I was just mad. And then my mom made me soup, which had a lot of black pepper in it. And then so I had to wake up at 7 in the morning the next day to have aggressive diarrhea because I forgot that black pepper cleans me out like bleach. Yeah. Russians and their black pepper. Too much information? Sorry, but... I don't care about your dinner, Izzy! I'm gonna tell the story. I could be bolder. There's details I'm leaving out. Yes, I was 17 when this happened. I'm trying to remember. Oh, and then I fainted! Okay, no, I didn't faint. I almost fainted. Okay. So, the Russian way to get rid of an illness is to sweat it out aggressively. And, I'm trying to think. Where do I start with this? Okay, basically I didn't shower for multiple days. I don't remember how many days. I think it was like 3 days I didn't shower. Because another thing is, either way, if I wanted to, my mom would have just, like, absolutely... she would have had my neck. Just like, you shower, your fever gets worse. She's not wrong. It does get worse. Anyways. So... it's just... I was like, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower, and... because I was like, I felt sticky, bro. And my mom was like, okay, you can go take a shower, but you should do it really early in the day so you have a chance to warm up, and you have to, like, bundle up afterwards. My throat had hurt really bad over the past few days, so I just forgot to drink water, basically. Like, not to forget, it, like, physically hurt. Like, I couldn't swallow without, like, wanting to cry. So I didn't drink for, like, 3 days. And then I got into a really hot shower after sweating atrociously. And by the way, the day before, I changed my clothes 4 times because they were so soaked in sweat. Yeah, so not a good combination. I got out of the shower and I sneezed, and then suddenly the world went black, and I heard a buzzing in my ears, and everything was spinning. So I was like, wow, that was a really bad sneeze. I just chalked it up to being sick. And then I couldn't feel my heartbeat anymore. So I kind of, like, kneeled down on the floor, kind of lay down on the floor, and the second I lay down on the floor, I went back to normal. I was like, okay, wow. So I finished getting dressed, and I was almost fully dressed except for my socks, and I was like, bro, this is so bad. Like, I fell on the toilet, bro. I almost hit my head on the toilet, and I was like, this is bad. I'm gonna faint. I don't remember what I said, but I opened the door, and I was like, come, please. Bring me back to life. And my mom runs in, and my dad runs in, and my mom's freaking out. She's like, ah! Oh, turn on the fan, open the window, it's too hot in here. Ah! And I'm like, calm down, calm down, calm down. I'm still conscious, I can still hear you. My vision is just blacking out, that's all. Like, I was, like, laying on the floor, sort of, I was, like, kind of, like, you know, leaning up against the side of the bathtub. I was just like, calm down. I can hear you, I can breathe, I can see, it's just a little black, and there's a buzzing in my ears. And my mom freaks out, she hands my towel to my dad, just like, fan her, don't just stand there, because he's just standing there, he hasn't said anything yet. And she runs out to get me water, and he's just kind of, like, fanning me, he's like, oh, you're gonna be fine. He's like, you're fine, don't even worry. He's, like, rolling his eyes, doesn't even want to fan me or anything, and I'm just kind of looking at him like, confused because I didn't think it was that big of a problem. Okay, listen, I'm a hypochondriac, but at the worst times, okay? I can have a pain in my leg and, like, think it's, like, a heart attack or something. But then I almost faint, and I'm like, oh, this is fine. This is normal. So... I'm like confused because my mom's now freaking me out, and I'm like, do we need to, like, call 911? And my dad's like, no, you're being crazy. My mom brings some water in, she makes me drink like 2 glasses of water, I come back to life immediately, and I leave, and she doesn't leave me alone. She's, like, following me everywhere. She's thinking I'm gonna, like, collapse at any moment, but I'm just like, please leave me alone, this is embarrassing. And then for some reason, like, a week after, I was, like, for, like, the next week after, I was, like, really nauseous. And a week after the onset of the virus, I lost my taste completely. I couldn't taste or smell anything. My nose wasn't clogged anymore, but I couldn't taste or smell anything. And also... Well, yeah, no doing, I was dehydrated. And also... I was so scared of puking again from my post-nasal trip, because let me tell you, when I tell you that puke was stringy and sticky, exactly like snot, it was the worst. I was so scared of puking again that I just... Every time I had post-nasal drip, I would hack it out like a cat into a tissue, and my dad mocked me for it. But... let's just say all that hacking gave me such an intense migraine that it gave me horrible nausea, a pounding headache, and I thought I was gonna throw up anyway. Yeah, I fell asleep practically just like... Okay, I thrashed around in my sleep, but I was just like... I didn't want to move. Like, this migraine practically paralyzed me. To the point where I remember, like, I fell asleep in one position and woke up in the same position, which is not normal for me. I thrash around all the time in my sleep. One time I woke up and my head was at the foot of the bed. Alright? Yeah, so that's, sort of my COVID story time. Sort of. There's actually more details. But I will tell you one thing. I'm just gonna put it out here like this. I had my woman punishment and COVID at the same time. So yeah, I got that trope. Dude, the COVID pains were really weird. Like, a lot of people were, like, saying it was, like, full body aches and they couldn't move. I was just getting these, like, stabbing pains in my joints, specifically my hips and my arms for some reason. I don't know why. It just kind of felt like I was, like, just, like, pins and needles everywhere, random intervals, and it was just kind of weird. All this talking, actually, and all this talk about hydration made me thirsty. It's a good thing I have a glass of water in here. My mom told me to bring this in here because I also forget to drink a lot, so. Dehydration is pretty common for me because I just forget to drink for some reason. I have a bad time, like, differentiating hunger and thirst. A lot of people do. That's a pretty common problem, but I just keep thinking I'm hungry when I'm not. Yes, drawing. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I drew for like 6 hours straight one time. Wouldn't recommend. That was so bad. My hands ached for days. And my stomach hated me. But yeah, that's my COVID story time. I hope you enjoyed. I kept a butterfly that I found in the garage, like, one point as we're talking about bugs. I don't know where it came from, but this white butterfly flew in from the garage like the middle of November, and I didn't want to let it out because obviously it would die immediately. So I had a little butterfly enclosure from you know those like butterfly farms you could get as a, like, you know, kids get. Yeah, okay. I have an enclosure from that from like 13 years ago. For some reason, still had it. So fed the butterfly every day, kept it in a little enclosure, let it out to fly every once in a while. Lived a pretty long life for a butterfly. It was a cauliflower butterfly. They live like 2 to 3 weeks, and it lived over 3 weeks. So, how do I sound like Mordecai? I do not understand. Okay, soda? Okay, no, I have tried soda. One type of soda. I tried orange soda once, and it was nasty, and I can't get near any other type of soda because it's just nasty. Wait, hold on. Did I try Coca-Cola once? I'm trying to remember. Hold on. My mom used to like orange soda when she was a kid. But according to her, the orange soda in America is disgusting. Oh, I did try Coca-Cola once, actually. I remember I needed a bottle of Coke for a science project. It was bad. I hated it. The Coca-Cola was so bad. I like oranges, I like orange flavored things, but that orange soda was just not it. Carbonated drinks are like, they're okay, but it just... Izzy, it tasted like rat poison. I don't know what to tell you. It just tasted really bad. The Coca-Cola tasted so bad. It tastes terrible. I haven't tried Pepsi. Izzy, I'm sorry you have bad taste. Like, my dad used to really like Pepsi, if that makes you feel better. But my mom made him quit because it's unhealthy, so. How do you keep track of your OCs? I barely do. I have a list of them in my notes, but it needs to be updated because I just make too many OCs. Oh. Forgive me. Just malfunction. Please stop listening to the voices and drink some water. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh my god. Help! Okay. Stop feeding it. Okay. Oh, God, you instigator. Yes, proud instigator here. I swear, I keep getting this request to do Mordecai and Rigby sick video. It's not my channel! We'll request it from someone else. I've never even seen the regular show. Is it even the regular show? Is that what it's called? I don't even know. Like, I've got like stomach pain. I never got into Poppy Playtime. Yeah, you are always squabbling over something, and it's quite entertaining. Are you always in the right? Look, I'm just saying, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm not saying you're right either. Are you right? Are you wrong? You'll never know. Your lashes are creating rips in our relationship. Don't blame me, I'm just here. You guys choose to come here, alright? Oh, speaking of like gore and sketchbooks, I drew like this one gory thing a really long time ago. It's in an old sketchbook, I'm not gonna go get it. But my mom really doesn't like gore and she doesn't like creepy stuff, so to keep her out of my room, I literally I took this drawing and I put it in my doorway and just like left it there. My mom walked by and she didn't want to come in my room because of it. Guys. What about a breakup? Hold on. Wait, you know, I'm not a marriage counselor. Why am I asking? Guys. I almost said break it up. That would have been terrible. Oh, no. No. Read the room. Settle down. Y'all need to settle down. Just pretend I almost didn't say it. Don't. What is wrong with me? I did not! Somebody break it up! Guys. The calling center! Oops. I have the urge to rickroll people, but, like, I don't want to copyright it for the rickroll. Sorry. I had that pent up in my chest, had to get rid of it. If my live streams are so problematic and make y'all fight, why do you keep coming? Hmm? Ooh, pony stickers. What? Bubbles! I don't know why you wanted that, but that didn't even sound angry. I don't even know how to sound angry, bruh. I just... Oh, I got them at the Dollar Tree for like $1.25. Go cop your own. I also got these at the Dollar Tree too. Some Frank stickers. 600 of them. Ooh. I already used some of them, which is why there's blank spaces, but like, ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's an ugly noise, son. Yeah, my bad. I don't know why I was such an idiot at 14 thinking that people would just be able to let it go. Yeah. What were you eating for dinner, by the way? So sorry about your dinner, but what were you eating for dinner? Oh, I can't stand lasagna. I'm so sorry. I can't stand it. It makes me nauseous. She's probably eating cake and so. Cal, man. My bad. Oops, that was my phone. Yeah, Izzy, I don't know if you're gonna take this as like an insult or what, but you definitely, your aesthetic does radiate, I live off cake and soda. I'm sorry! I'm about to make Izzy hate me, but, I don't like lasagna. I don't like soda. And as a matter of fact, I'm not a big fan of cake. I'm sorry, I don't like most cake. I don't like chocolate, period. I like chocolate needs to be with something. Otherwise, I won't eat it. White chocolate's good, milk chocolate's okay, dark chocolate's terrible. I will not eat dark chocolate under any circumstance. I like Reese's peanut butter cups. at chocolate covered strawberries, you know, where chocolate isn't by itself. um, trying to think what else. Cake is like okay, but you know when it has like a ton of frosting on it, and it just kind of gets like fat. Like cake sometimes makes me nauseous. I don't hate cake. I just don't love it. I'm kind of neutral on cake. I don't like a lot of types of cake though. I'm kind of picky with cake. Cupcakes are the worst though. I can't stand cupcakes. Ugh. I pity you and your food predicament. My condolences. My prayers go out to you. Easy. Blah. Well, I mean, I like frosting, but okay. How do I put it like this? Sometimes the frosting is overkill. Like, you know, sometimes frosting there's a bad way to make frosting and a good way to make frosting, and bad frosting is like cheap frosting that tastes like Play-Doh, you know, cupcakes you get from Shaw's or Walmart. But then bad frosting is also like really buttery frosting that's just like you take one bite and suddenly you don't want to eat for the rest of the week. Like that really filling, buttery, fatty frosting. They're both terrible. You need somewhere in the middle. Frosting's supposed to be sweet. And it's not supposed to make you feel like butter. I like painfully sweet things, but okay, I forgot what it's called, but one time I made glass candy. You know, like when you melt sugar and you dip fruit in it and you let it harden. Okay. Well, the first batch of sugar I tried to melt, I overdid it and it turned brown and it smelled horrible. The second batch I didn't melt it enough, but it was okay. It was melted close enough. Um, and but I made too much, so I was nauseous for the rest of the day. I don't like olives, but I like carrots. It makes y'all feel better. I like cheesecake. For some reason. A lot of people complain about cheesecake, but I like cheesecake. And what else do I like? I don't like chocolate cake. Chocolate cake's just bad. I like fruit cake. Yes! Win! Everyone loves cheesecake in here. Cheesecake, fruitcake, what else do I like? Um, Cakes made with fruits, like, not like decorated with fruits on top, like, you know, actual fruit cake, like a raspberry cake or something, like, you know, when the whole thing is flavored like fruit. Um, Carrot cake. Oh, love carrot cake. Vanilla cake is it's easy to mess up. I noticed it's pretty hit or miss. I've had some vanilla cake that tastes good and some that taste like poison. Um, no, pickles are amazing. Not in the cake, obviously. We're still talking about cake, but I'm just gonna throw that out there. Pickles are good because someone said pickles are delicious. So I do like red velvet. Yeah, I don't get it very often because my parents don't like red velvet. So I don't think I've ever had funfetti cake. I should also probably throw it out there that I don't like sprinkles. That just kind of hit me. I don't like chocolate, so already chocolate jimmies are out. But the rainbows, I just call them jimmies. Oh no, my dad is really shining through me. um, the rainbow sprinkles, I used to like them when I was like little. I got these sprinkles at like this health food store. I know I'm all crunchy and whatever, but I know red velvet's lately just chocolate, but it's better than chocolate somehow. I can't explain it. I baked red velvet cake once, and it takes like less chocolate than chocolate cake. Okay, I'm losing my train of thought. Let me explain. Back to sprinkles, because I'm talking about sprinkles. So, all you bake is your fingers. Stop it. Okay, sprinkles. I used to like rainbow sprinkles when I was a kid. Don't anymore. Used to get ice cream with sprinkles all the time at Dairy Cream. Dairy Cream? Dairy Queen! I said Dairy Cream! Help! Okay, but I got these sprinkles at a health food store, and I know they call me crunchy or whatever, but they taste good. Like, these sprinkles are like pure sugar. Maybe most sprinkles are supposed to be like that, but the sprinkles they would serve at Dairy Queen tasted like clay. I can't describe it. It tasted like Play-Doh. Alright? I can't believe I just said Dairy Cream. Oh. Come on here and embarrass myself every time. Shut up! That's another thing. I like when sprinkles are crunchy. The ones at Dairy Queen were soft. Why? Same thing on those like cheap Walmart cupcakes. The sprinkles are soft and they taste like Play-Doh. Why? Why would you do that? That's horrendous. Why would you do that? Sprinkles are supposed to be crunchy and full of delight. Yes, they were soft. They would like fall apart. Not like soft, like fluffy soft. They're like chewy almost. Like chewy kind of soft. Like ugh. I mean, you do you, whatever. But I like crunchy things in general, so that won't come for you for the soft sprinkles because that's just me. I like crunchy stuff. I have the urge to crunch things all the time. When I was a kid, I used to literally chew on chicken bones. Like, if we had chicken, I would chew on the bone. It needs to be crunchy. My mouth needs a workout. I like chewy and crunchy. I used to live on beef jerky, bro. I used to chew on popsicle sticks all the time when we used to get, like, popsicles or, like, ice cream on a stick, whatever. Whenever I drink something and it has a straw in it, I chew on the straw for a stupid amount of time. Ugh, crunchy chicken. Ugh. Midlife crisis at what, 16? Oof. Mm. I don't know the math's not mathin'. Unless. Just wow! Cow! Oh my god! laughing at you, Izzy. It was just so out of pocket. I just... Oh, that reminded me of something. That's another thing about me. I laugh at everything. Like... No, not me! Izzy! Whew. Okay. I laugh at everything. Scared? Laugh. On the verge of tears? Laugh. Angry? Laugh. Bored? Laugh. Really unfunny? Laugh. Funny? Laugh. I laugh at everything. It's actually not funny. See? Why did I laugh? I don't understand. This is probably why nobody takes me seriously. Because everything is... Or at least it seems like everything is funny to me. Like, a lot of things are funny to me. I laugh pretty easily. It's pretty easy to make me laugh. Not just, apart from the laughing and everything, but I find a lot of things funny. There we go. What time is it? It is... Oh, it's 7:59. I lost track of time completely. That's fine. I still have time to stay on the live. Bro, dad jokes are the peak of humor. Love dad jokes. One of my favorite ones is this. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for a dad joke? Are you guys ready for a dad joke? Dad joke time. Are you ready for a dad joke? Oh, I didn't go to a funeral. I went to a wake once. And his great-grandchild almost face-planted in the casket. Terrifying. Okay, dad joke time. 2 cannibals are eating a clown. One says to the other, "This tastes funny?" Get it? Get it? I saw this one, Reddit story where some guy was like... Okay, not some guy, but, someone was telling a story that their dad used to, come up to them... Ooh, why is it out of focus? And, grab them like this, the head, just "I'm a brain sucker. What am I doing? Starving!" I didn't get the joke at first for, years. And they had to explain it. It's oh, he's calling me stupid. The brain sucker eats brain. Well, you don't got a brain. The brain sucker got nothing to eat. Is that the Grim Reaper? Hold on. Now I'm really conscious of the way her hair looks. Let me just fix this real quick. Fix your part. There you go. Okay, she got some loose hairs still flying, but it's fine. Now she looks uneven, actually. Whatever. I honestly do not know how that happened. It just happened. Ooh! That teacher's probably traumatized, bro. trying to think if there's anything else I can tell y'all. Potentially gross, you know. I love doing that. Stickers. Not bad. Oops. Drop one. Oh, okay. I was actually filming a little while ago. And, I'm trying to think. Okay, so I was filming a little while ago, and I was in my backyard, and, okay, my porch has 2 doors. And I went out one of them. The other one was locked. And on the steps of the door that I came out, I see something. I see a chipmunk just sitting there, eating something. It's like gray, so I kind of assumed, like, you know, it was like a mouse or something. And it was not. It was a whole bird, and this chipmunk was slurping up its guts like spaghetti. I was traumatized. I couldn't go through that door. Rove's seen better days. I couldn't go back to that door, and the other door was locked, so I had to run back to the front yard, all around my house, just bang on the front door and pray that my mom would open it for me, and just be like, there's a dead bird. Yes, I was like, what is that pink stuff? I get up, it's a bird without a head! Yeah. And then I went back out there, like, what? I think it was like, I don't know. It was like 11 p.m. And I went back out there to look at the carcass. It didn't have a chest either. It was hollow. The thing was hollow. That chipmunk had a real gourmet buffet right next to me as I was filming. Just ignore that. That's my mom. My house is small and you can hear every noise. Chipmunks are omnivores, so, you know, technically would make sense for someone, if someone did one day find Rove snacking on some nice, meaty, whatever. They also got nice cheek pouches of Rove, like just shoving a whole rotisserie chicken in her cheek. Imagine. I might have to draw that. Rowling just like shoving rotisserie chicken in her mouth. Just keep it in her cheek pouches. Saving it for later. I wholeheartedly believe that there was at least one time. Oh. That's nice, Cal. There was at least one time where someone walked into Robolang's office and just found her, like, mouth stuffed with, like, apples or something, just, like, overflowing with apples. Or nuts or whatever. It's just like, hey, Rove, I need. She's like, I'm. You are my favorite Oompa Loompa. That's interesting. To say the least. Meow. Oh, wait, Izzy, you disappeared again? Oh, man, you missed the chipmunk story then. Did you? Were you here to hear the chipmunk story? If not, I can just tell it again. It's a pretty good story. Aggressive meowing noises? Thank you. Okay, so basically I was filming and this chipmunk was eating a dead bird on my porch steps. Like slurping it up like spaghetti. Yeah, and that was the door I came out of and I couldn't go back up the porch steps, so I had to run around to the front door and I had to be like, Mother, let me in! I can't come back in the house through the back door. There's a chipmunk having a dead bird buffet. A headless, hollow, dead bird buffet. Because I went to check the body at 11 p.m. and he didn't have a chest either. No, worse. Gorda definitely like, I'm alpha male. I'm the alpha. Oh, I cannot see Lee and Zenitsu being the same person. Zenitsu is too pervy. Gorda does Kinandra taste. I like sharing gross stories. Bro, you want to know weird? Listen, look, I don't have a single normal story. All right, my grandfather put his wife's ashes in a toolbox. Lee does not equal Zenitsu. We're just gonna put that out there. So their personalities don't even match. Yes, in a toolbox! And I remember seeing it in the back of a church as we were cleaning up from the celebration of life or whatever it was. Okay? There was no wake, obviously. Get cremated. I turn around and it's a yellow and black Craftsman toolbox with an inch of dust on top with her name written in red Sharpie on the side, not even in a straight line. Looked like a 5-year-old wrote it. Whoa. Arvin equals Nezuko. Now you're trolling. Whew. I was like 13 years old. I didn't know how like funerals or like wakes were. I thought urns were only for rich people, so I was like, this is fine, right? And then I saw the dust. How is that more normal than the chipmunk one? Okay, you want... If you live in the city, maybe. Because I see dead animals all the time. I went biking a few days ago, and I had to turn around real fast because there was a dead, flattened groundhog on the sidewalk. Yes. Okay, well, there you go. Because this stuff is normal to me, Izzy. I see dead animals all the time. I see roadkill literally every time I go out. It is the norm. Dead porcupines, especially. Dead squirrels. The dead groundhogs. I almost watched a deer get run over once. He was running up the road. You're scared of pigeons? Exactly. The Walmart. Listen, especially on the way to Walmart. I don't know what it is. Same. Like, I don't know if Walmarts are just weird. I don't. Pigeons were bred to be domesticated. That's why they live in cities. They still depend on people. Pigeons are cute. I mean, yeah. I mean, if they're like crawling around the city and they're like just stray pigeons, yeah, they're probably germy. But I'd get a pigeon as a pet. If I could take care of birds, birds are too high maintenance for me. I just can't imagine trying to take care of a bird. I'm afraid of them pooping everywhere. Thoughts on seagulls? They're okay until they start crapping everywhere. It's funny to watch them because tourists come here and they leave their food out in the open thinking that seagulls won't get them, but they will. And seagulls know how to reach into bags, they know how to open things, they're very smart. I do not have a favorite kind of roadkill. That is. Ooh. Speaking of seagulls, one time I found a seagull skeleton on the beach. And it was clearly washed in. It was rotting. There was still like some meat on it, some like leftovers of feathers. But it was kind of sad because I had like a fishing line tied around its neck. What? Oh my god, Wolf Girl, what? Stop what? I'm just sharing my personality. I have a collection of bones outside somewhere. It's my favorite kind of story. Well, what am I supposed to tell y'all? These are the only interesting stories I have. In case y'all haven't realized now, I'm gross. No, they're not bones from humans. They're bones from some sort of animal. Haven't identified them. One of them gay for real. There's an imposter among us. Oh my god. Mercy does look a little, queer, doesn't she? Clap. Anyways. She's just like me for real. Do you ship all four of them with each other, or? What's going on here? Do I need to have this conversation again? Oh, Milo's been taken for years, bro. Do we need to have this talk again? Okay. Why do you ship them? Is the question. Why do you ship Milo with Golia? Yeah, Arvin and Lee is just like... How is it cool? Like, why? Oh, unfortunately, there is a way, Izzy. I just need to know how it's cool. That's all. Just so I can tell if we need to, you know, talk. Milo and Lee are brothers. I bet you're only saying that because they're both men. The Brave and Wendy art's coming out once my art block is defeated. But why Milo and Kolya? Why? I need an explanation. But why? Like, why do you ship them? That's what I want to know. Well, you can give Brave any hairstyle you really want. She's pretty skinny. You can give her any hairstyle you want. She changes her hair, like, all the time. Wendy, I don't really know how to describe. Sides of her head are shaved. She's got kind of long hair, apart from this. Is that the only reason why you shipped them? Because Kolya kissed Milo? Like, I just want to know. Okay, but that's why you ship them? Because if so, how would you feel if somebody you didn't like kissed you? I just want to know. I don't know how to describe them, yo. Listen, I'll draw them eventually, I promise. I'm kind of recovering from art block, don't worry. I'm asking, would you like it if someone you didn't like went and just, moi, without warning? Whoa. Yeah. I guarantee you would not. Especially if you did not like that person at all. I drew it, so can you? No. Thank you, God bless. They for real said that, yeah. There's a reason I don't drop Goya. He's disgusting. No, right, just imagine, like, the person you hate the most just kissing you on the lips. That is not enemies to lovers. That is... Especially without warning? Without you knowing? What is that? Nasty! And of course, that was my mistake. I thought that people would see that and think, ew, that's so depraved. I didn't think it was going to lead us down this rabbit hole. Genuinely sorry to anyone who's, like, lost brain cells over this. I really underestimated the baby alive community. No, right. Guarantee if it was two women, no one would say anything. I'd just be like, oh, hum. Ew. People like to pick and choose. I know it's like Jason's kind of mean, honestly. Like Jason, she says some pretty mean things from time to time. But everyone's like, oh, she's amazing. She literally bullied Lee in White Flowers. And everyone's like, Jason is my queen. She's amazing. But Bailey shows a little bit of sass. Everyone's like, ew, bad baby. Or Charlotte, afraid of Milo. Ew, you're bad. You're with Darcy. But Jason could literally beat Lee up. Everyone would just be like, my queen, she's such a sweetheart. She's so iconic. Y'all pick and choose. Too much. Y'all also gotta lay off the men. Right, I was like, trying to mess with people, but, didn't work, because, everyone was just like, oh, well, we're gonna take Milo's side, obviously. Like, okay. You have a right to, But, like, there's no reason to hate Charlotte. Almost spilled some doll puke. This live's been going on for an hour and a half, but I still got some time. So I'm still gonna hang around a little longer, but just saying, not much longer. So, there's your warning. Warning. Oh, man. If anyone heard the main slip out, no you didn't. I have like so many TikTok audios stuck in my head right now. It's so bad. The Mainer! Okay, so I don't have an accent usually. This is kind of how I talk most of the time. I've gotten pretty used to speaking like this because the way I used to speak, I got condemned for it a lot. My aunt really hated it. She said I sounded terrible. I got accused of trying to sound cool or whatever. I get told that I'm really hard to understand, so I kind of like. Sorry, got notification. I started speaking like more like this, so I would be more understandable. But when I start talking fast, I like loosen up. I have a bit of a country accent. It's not thick or anything. I don't live like in, like the country, but most of my family are Hicks, so. If you don't stop talking about this terrible ships, I'm gonna block you. I don't know if I can slip into it on camera because I've gotten so used to not speaking. And hold on, I was trying to say. I've gotten so used to not having an accent on camera that I feel like if I tried to, it would sound forced. But yeah. Alright, goodbye. Hold on. Guys. My block button disappeared. Uh-oh. We're just gonna hope that works. My voice also sounds different every time I talk. My voice is usually lower than this. You can block people on YouTube, yeah! You didn't know that? My voice usually sounds deeper than that. I've gotten so used to, like, speaking like this so people can understand me that, yeah. My voice is pretty deep in the morning as well. Like, once I just, like, wake up, my voice is, like, all the way down here. Or whatever. One of my friends called me. Like, after I just, like, woken up. And they're like, whoa, what happened to you? I'm just like, I woke up like this. That's the worst joke I've ever made. I can barely speak in the morning because I'm just like, I'm not a morning person. I can never wake up. So it's just like, the best you're gonna get out of me in the morning is a when you say good morning to me, and then I won't speak for the next 30 minutes. Whew. Not a morning person. I can barely read when I wake up, so going live after I wake up would not be a good idea. Plus, I have, like, stuff I need to do, like, first thing after I wake up, so. Still playing with a bottle of doll puke. My dreams are so weird, bro. I had a dream. Oh, never mind. It's gruesome. Royal High doesn't work on my iPad, sad. My iPad just kind of hates Roblox. I need to replace it. In my dream, I saw a dog eating something. So basically, my mom and I were in a Walmart, and we ran out of the Walmart, and the police started chasing after us. We ran into this neighborhood, and we turned the corner, and the police lost us somehow when we turned the corner, like in cartoons. And it was like this really twisted up neighborhood, and for some reason we need to go back to Walmart, so we went into this abandoned hospital. Shut up, the whole neighborhood looked like Dr. Seuss. It was all neon, but it was the middle of the night, so it was even worse. And yeah, let's just say we walk into this abandoned hospital, and there was people past their expiration date in there. Let's just put it like that. And a dog was eating one of them. The hospital was abandoned. So, let's just put it like that. Why does this bottle sound like that? There was a man literally rotting, and a dog was eating him. We got back to Walmart, though. But, oh. Man. I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna toss this to the side before I spill puke everywhere. Oh! Teletubbies. I don't know. I have a lot of really weird dreams, and then I always think that they're real until I wake up. I'm like in a half lucid state where I can't control what I'm doing, but I know I'm dreaming the entire time. It's so weird, and it's annoying because then I can't do anything about it. Like, I know I'm dreaming, but I can't do anything about it. I just have to lay there hopelessly until I woke up. Gloaming. Hold on, I can't spell out loud. Gloaming. There we go. Naked Darcy. She's missing her hoodie. Yes, I finished the Milo and Chloe drawing. I just need to like go back, like add some finishing touches and like do the last like little fixer uppers. And then it's done. So really I'm just waiting for my mind to refresh so I can, fix Okay, I'll post it on TikTok, but first I'm gonna send it to Baby Cuties once it's done. So then I'll post it to TikTok, and then everyone can see it. You'll see it. Don't worry. Wow, what just happened? I did. It's Silver Moon. I have a character named Silver though, so I was thinking about changing it, but like, yeah, it's just a last name, so who really cares? I have so many characters that a lot of them just like some of their names sound really similar. Yeah, I'll give Izzy my iMessage later after the live stream because my phone's about to die, so I'm just gonna do it on my iPad. I'm about to end the live stream anyway. Yeah, Ivory's last name is Keys. Something smells burnt. Only one person can make the chat. What, are we gonna have like 2 group chats? No, that changed. Ivory's my own species now. Why is my wrist so itchy? Wendy's collecting dust somewhere. Wait a minute, my dad is not home. Well, that's the thing. I haven't named Ivory species yet. For some reason, it just really stumped me. So I haven't made a name. Bro, where have you been? Adelina is... She's been gone for years, bro. I'll have to draw a picture of Ivory. I've been actually going through some concept art to finalize what her design is, but... yeah. Oh... do I have to explain the Adelina story again? I swear I've done this like 3 times already. Why does my palm smell like sweat? Okay, I'm not friends with the person who owned Adelina anymore. And nobody better go looking for them. They deleted all their accounts that were tied into this community anyway, so... Oh, good grief. Okay, y'all are gonna have to cut the Adelina slander in here. Y'all, chill, please, chill. Slander's going wild. Bro, oh, speaking of Ryder losing all his love interests, I need to tell you guys something. So obviously, you know, I have other characters and other storylines, you know, the doll thing is just kind of like for funsies. The actual Bittersweet story has more characters to it, but most of these other characters are like really minor characters, so they wouldn't really make sense of this series adaptation anyway. Not the point. Point is, Adelina obviously doesn't exist there. You know, been completely rewritten over there because she wasn't my character. But let's just say it was more than two love interests that he lost. Let's just say that. I would make a webcomic if I wasn't so unbelievably lazy. Digital art is, I hate digital art. I can't do it. Bro, like the doll thing is almost like a little spin-off AU I'm doing. Like, you know how like My Little Pony has like, you know, all these other characters that are in the comics, and then the show does not even like even begin to describe half the things that happened. Who said it was just girlfriends? Homie had, let's see. I'm not counting. I'm just trying to think how to explain this. Don't worry. I know the number. I'm just trying to explain this. He likes men. Cal! Flick of the wrist! Wow. That was not good. I don't even know how to explain it, y'all. It's such a long, complicated story. I'm actually afraid to explain some of it because I know, like, some of the information in it. If some people who, like, in this community caught wind of some of the information in the actual story, we would have a hard time. Which is another reason why I include so little of the story. So, there you go. Arvin is not dating that man anymore. No, literally, you can just tell when you look at him. Hey, just a kid who cosplays! I can't explain it, guys. Seriously, it would not be good for this community. I don't want to suffer. Plus, not all of it's kid-friendly, so. But I will tell you one thing. What if I told you in a story arc at some point, Kai had a partner in the story? Not the series. Kai is too elusive in the series. It wouldn't really make too much sense, but. Milo is just goofy like that. I think it's so funny when people are like, Milo's actually an idiot. When he's not that stupid, he just acts stupid. Because he thinks it's funny. Rydran and Milo... Yeah, a lot of people actually ship that. He's just like me for real. Wow, we're actually coming up to the 2-hour mark here. This is gonna be my longest live stream in a while. Alright, tell you what. 10 minutes to the 2-hour mark. I'm ending this at the 2-hour mark, so y'all have 10 more minutes to speak to me. I think, hopefully. Can I? Oh yeah, I can do 10 more minutes. I have, like, nothing to do today, so... No, not the fanfics! Do not! Angel Dust, moi. I'm a little scared with the joke fanfics anyway. The Kai and Rybern one was just so bad on multiple levels, I don't want to talk about it. bawling, I was crying! Bro, I was crying. That genuine tears. Anyone can ask Baby Cuties. I screamed and cried the entire time. I had to call her for moral support. To the person who wrote that, if you're out there, I'm sorry. I'm sure this person's just a kid. I'm not mad at you. I'm just... I can't do this stuff. I don't want to talk about it! Changing the subject! Oh, guys, so, help me out here. Should my mom and I watch a movie tonight? Because... Okay, when I say kid, I don't mean like 10 years old. I mean like 14, 15. Maybe like 16 or something. I don't know. I'm in a writer's group. Some 14, 15-year-olds are pretty talented and pretty detailed with their writing. I'm just putting that out there. If they write a lot, then yeah. But should my mom and I watch a movie tonight? Because I really want to watch The Call of the Wild, and we can't usually watch movies on weekends because my dad's home and the house is small and he doesn't like the noise. So he's not home today. Should we watch The Call of the Wild? Well, that is if my dad calls and says he's gonna be late, because we have to start like at around 10 or something. If he comes home at like 10:30, then no. I'm so scared. Lee is ace. I should decorate my sketchbook. Braves on the other side of my room. I don't want to talk about it anymore, guys, please! I don't want to talk about it! Oh. I'm suffering. Suffering with the fanfics. It's my pencil lid, sorry about that. Guys. The movie I'm talking about is The Call of the Wild. It was my favorite book as a kid, so I still haven't seen the movie. Honestly, I only read the abridged version. Never read the full thing. I'm a little scared of the idea of fandoms. I'm a frog. The age rule is there to keep y'all safe. I hope you know that. Oh, forgive me. Ugh. I very highly advise against children going in, you know, say like 18 plus, place 13 plus, okay, whatever. If you're over the age of 13, then whatever. But I'm very against children going in like places that are like rated like 16 plus, 18 plus especially. And I know nobody will listen, but I knew people that dragged me into that kind of space when I was like 14, 13, 15, like around that age range, and it messed me up pretty bad. So take my advice, don't do it. I know y'all want to be grown. I know y'all are excited about being grown or whatever, but don't. Don't do it. I will not try you. This is very serious. It's not a joke. Do not do it. I don't care how much you know. You think you know a lot, but it's not exactly what you know. It's what, you know. Listen. You see a lot of bad things. I can't. I can't block them. Cal, my button is gone. No, literally, the idea of growing up is like terrifying. It's. Let's just put it like this. Yeah, no, this is not about Discord. It's just adult spaces and in general, adult content. Do not. Like, no matter what, if you're trying to be cool or whatever, you know, these kids trying to like grow up and do adult things when they're like 13, whatever, don't do it. I'm telling you right now, I promise you will regret it. I've spoken my piece. I may change the subject now. I have no idea what else to say. I should probably end this live stream here in a couple minutes because we finally hit the 2-hour mark. So, any like last conversations anyone wants to have? Anyways, how's the weather? Me. Don't watch Doctor Who. Listen, I found Family Guy when I was 7 years old. I just need to clean my room in general. Clean up my dolls, do doll maintenance again. Favorite breed of apple? Granny Smith, probably. I have pieces of paper all over the ground. Alrighty. Y'all have any final words? Come on. I gotta end this here in a couple minutes. Come on, any y'all want to add anything? Any last things y'all want to add? Spicy cheese. What do you mean, of course I picked Granny Smith? What is that supposed to mean? These triggers. Alrighty. My phone is like... Ah. Oh, no. Okay, I think that's a sign to wrap up. Well... Yeah, I used to, oops. Yeah, ever since I was a child, I always liked Granny Smith better. I don't know why. Sour apples are just moi. Okay. I'm gonna head out now, so everyone, adios. I'm gonna go fix her hair up, and then I'll post a TikTok to prove I don't neglect my dolls, because some of y'all really think that I'm just like, let her hair be a disaster. I promise it'll look much better. Okay? Okay, bye-bye.